Most developers stay in the wrong layer for years without realizing it. They improve constantly, earn more, learn more, build more, but their trajectory still stops scaling underneath. Because execution alone does not automatically create leverage, and many careers quietly plateau inside highly skilled work. That's the structural trap most developers never detect, because modern tech careers reward execution aggressively. The better you become, the more valuable your output becomes, which creates the assumption that continuous improvement automatically creates continuous expansion. But eventually, that relationship changes. Additional execution creates smaller trajectory shifts. The work still matters, the value still exists, but long-term movement starts slowing down underneath. And that transition is extremely difficult to detect, because execution layer careers still feel successful. Projects continue, deadlines continue, systems continue, the income still grows, which means activity still exists. But expansion quietly disappears underneath. Many developers slowly confuse technical growth with leverage, execution quality with scalability, even though those are completely different dynamics. Because execution and leverage scale differently. Execution improves output. Leverage changes positioning. Execution solves problems locally. Leverage changes future trajectory structurally. And eventually, that asymmetry becomes enormous. Because most organizations reward execution reliability aggressively. Developers who consistently solve problems become trusted quickly. Trusted developers receive more ownership. More ownership creates deeper operational dependence. And over time, many careers become increasingly optimized for execution continuity instead of expansion. That transition is subtle. At first, more responsibility feels like growth. Later, it often becomes operational gravity. Systems start rewarding execution reliability, predictability, technical consistency. And once that dependence forms, future movement becomes harder, not because someone stopped improving, because the organization now values continuity more than future instability. That difference reshapes careers slowly, because scalable careers and execution-heavy careers are not always the same thing. Some developers become extremely skilled, highly respected, operationally essential, while simultaneously becoming less expandable. And most people never recognize when that transition happens, because externally, the career still looks successful. The compensation grows, the trust increases, the technical complexity expands, but trajectory quietly stops widening underneath. That's why many developers eventually feel trapped inside careers they once considered high growth, not financially, structurally, because execution-heavy careers often create identity attachment to technical usefulness itself. People become known for solving difficult problems, for stabilizing systems, for carrying technical pressure, and over time, that identity becomes difficult to separate from professional value. That transition changes behavior gradually. At first, people optimize for acceleration. Later, many optimize for execution relevance instead. Becoming technically useful starts feeling safer than becoming structurally expandable. That shift is subtle, but structurally, it changes everything. Because organizations reward continuity aggressively, reliable technical operators become deeply embedded. Embedded professionals become harder to move, and eventually, many developers remain highly capable, inside the wrong layer. Nothing visibly collapses. The skill keeps growing. The trajectory quietly narrows. Now, final verdict. Many developers plateau not because they lack intelligence or technical skill. They plateau because execution alone eventually stops creating leverage. And once a career becomes optimized for technical continuity, future expansion becomes increasingly difficult to recover. If you want the full system behind this, it's in the description.